So, then, when you're ready...
What's that called?
This is called the forward puller.
Forward puller.
And so,
another thing we
take
did.
the mast right here. Right?
Now you lean it forward.
And I'm just gonna, you could either do a bowl one or 2 half hitches, either one.
Okay,
Be
I'm
fun.
gonna tie a knot.
I have fake knots.
That's even better. That's even better.
I can
like
do
it.
a bowler.
Now, this is a good example of what you don't do. I just remembered.
You put it underneath.
It's gonna get
Yeah.
caught.
I'm distracting
right,
you.
so I would either have to re-thread it or do it the right way. So that actually should be
Okay.
above. So I was doing that just to check and make sure you,
Right.
you catch me. Right. There you go.
The jib thingy has to go on
Good
top.
thing. Oh, you know thingies too. You and Beth are gonna get along just fine.
My favorite technical word.
Yes. I got the jib part.
That's it.
So now we got this.
So I suspect probably the easiest thing we do, we could put the forestay on. Yeah, that's actually a good idea.
We need a list. We need a checklist, Bill.
This is it. We're gonna build.
Well, yeah, you got to do it. Watch the
third
video.
part of the triangle that holds the mast up. So what we could do now, you've got the
That makes sense.
the mast forward, Beth, on I believe on this boat. What do I have on this boat? Mast forward is right here. This little red line.
Oh, okay.
Pull
So
this. You take the slack that.
Okay,
Oh, so that
Wait.
moves.
This is important here because
What's
again,
it
this
called?
is not something I used to have.
Mast
So
forward.
mast forward.
Mast forward red.
Merry
Yes,
Christmas.
it's red.
Red is mast
and it
forward.
has the little cleat there that just holds
It's
it.
labeled.
Okay, and this
Oh.
cleat,
Well, that's helpful.
you just pull it. How do you release it? You pull it up and it gets out and then put it down?
Now, did you
That's the
label
lock.
that because you
Okay.
chartered the boat? Is that why you labeled it,
No,
or you
I
just?
told you I'm anal.
Oh, okay.
Just label
No, I love it.
Totally
I mean, I
works
just-
for me.
I think you started too when you first sailed with me because I had no clue what anything was.
Yeah, no.
Well, there's lots of stuff.
You know
like
what?
I
It's
said,
harder
there's more on
too to
here than
remember
what I'm
stuff.
used to,
I'm getting
so.
older, and it's like I don't.
But this is exciting. Okay, Althea, this
Two
goes in the
months?
middle also. The middle.
So this goes in the middle, and then when we put the jib up, you'll see that I move this forward too. Okay.
Can I see? So this was in here, but you moved it forward, and then this
Well, it
What did
wasn't
we
in
call
there
this?
at all. This is the
Oh.
forestay.
forestay. That's
And
what I
all we're
thought.
going to do is once we put the jib on, we'll put this through there and then put the forestay. Put the jib tack or the corner, attach that.
The tack is just the bottom of the sail.
Yep.
Oh, so this
now,
is a reserved.
I have a question now. I'm kind of almost embarrassed to ask this question.
What is this?
Don't be embarrassed.
Where do you put the bow line on here? What do we?
Usually, no, that's a great question. You just put it around right here.
Okay, so there's no like. Okay.
No, there's no spot.
Yeah. Okay.
What's this?
That is where we pull the jib down.
It's gonna
And it's called the jib downhole.
All right.
So back here it's labeled jib.
Yeah.
So when I pull on this, see how that
Mm-hmm.
that tightens
connected.
it and loosens it.
That will be
Right.
attached to the jib.
Right.
This is not. Oh, there's labeled. I'm like, it's not.
This is
This
why
is.
we're videoing them.
I know. Criminy. Thought we were just buying a sailboat. This is like, man.
Since you probably are not going to take the mast down for a while, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie a better knot on here. So Bill, if you could do me the honors, I'm just going to tie a bow one.
Okay.
Just pull this mast forward
Okay.
as hard as you can.
Oh.
And I'm just going to, yeah. I'm just going to put this on through there. And so there's a bow one. That's a better knot.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to learn my knot quality.
If you learn 3 knots, you're good.
That's
Bowline,
a better knot.
figure eight.
Better than a half, 2 half hitches.
Yeah.
Stronger.
Well, that's what
Stronger,
it's
and
intended to do.
It won't, yeah, that's
come
exactly
undone.
right. What
Okay.
it's intended to do.
That's the key.
So, and everything we have done so far are things that you will never do unless you trail and take the mast down.
Oh, well, I'm
These are
not ever
all
gonna do
things-
that. So.
Believe it or not, we're going to practice this a couple times.
Okay.
Yeah.
My spare time.
We just come out, we'll bring a beer, and we'll just
There you go.
They
have fun.
probably sell them over there.
Exactly the way to do it.
Hey, what I think the best way for me is like anything I've ever done in my life.
You have to do it.
Taking a test, do practice tests. Practice.
Yeah, without a doubt.
That's how you get
Okay, what are you doing now? Don't be sneaking some activity in here. It's like, oh, yeah,
Try to get away with
that,
anything.
yeah.
These are things, Althea, that I do because I just don't like things banging around. with the
Okay, so
trailer.
this is silence mode.
Right. So again,
So
these
he's
are things you
undoing
won't normally have to
He's undoing
do,
what he tied up.
but I just tied it up so it wouldn't bang around when we actually trailed. Okay.
Sorry.
That makes sense?
On the trailer.
Oh, okay, trailering.
Right.
Okay.
Yes, so it's not banging around. So that's the jib halyard, which you'll see in a little bit. And then here is, Beth, could you grab, actually Bill, could you grab me that flathead screwdriver, please?
Oh, we need tools for this one.
Just a few. Very basic
Flathead
tools.
screwdriver.
Should be a little red-handled one.
There you go.
Perfect. Same one we used last time. So this comes off. This is the boom vang. And
Whole different word, vang. Boom vang.
V-A-N-G.
Sometimes it's called the kicker too.
Yes. Well, the kicker actually is usually,
It's a
I
little
think
different.
that's a British term.
Yeah, it is a British term.
And the kicker actually is to do the reverse of what the vang does.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
we're
I've
doing
heard
something
that.
here.
Right. So
Okay.
this gets fastened
Okay, so
on
this
here.
could stay here, but you don't, when you're
Again.
trailering, you don't like to hear it bang around.
Well, I can't take the mast out if this was fastened.
Yeah.
I see.
So that's the reason
So that's why it can always stay.
That's
Gotcha.
the reason why this was disconnected.
Okay.
So we'll
And
tighten
in
this
any
up.
loose lines when he's trailering, he will tie up to something.
I see.
The other
Doesn't
thing
bang around.
is that we're probably going to need to get a few extra little pins and different things because invariably
If you
you'll
lose them.
lose
That's
something.
why he has that.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, my
okay.
dad used to have coffee cans full of that stuff.
Yes. Coffee cans or
And
anything
actually,
but
a little
glass.
ditty
Yeah.
glass
Glass is
like Doug
not
has,
such a
and he
good
keeps
idea.
the extra screwdriver and
Yeah.
whatever else he thinks he needs to.
So this is the secondary part of the vang, just to give more purchase. And so what this
That
does.
just means it makes it a little easy. It
Exactly.
effectively makes it easier to pull it.
This is
You're
gonna
using the higher level of mankind thinking here.
Right.
The pulley system.
I've been to the
Found everything? Awesome.
science.
That's
You
a
had-
Center, and
you had
they
physics.
had
$650 in your
pulleys.
left hand.
Yeah.
Chris was in a panic calling me this morning.
Oh no!
How come is D'Artagnan asleep?
He's just hanging out. He's watching a video or something.
All right.
So what's the shoulder situation? How's
Oh,
that?
I'm so happy about that.
Yeah?
We saw the surgeon Thursday,
Uh-huh.
and he thinks that he can get him back to almost where he was.
Oh.
And he thinks
Or
he
where
may
he
be.
was.
Yeah, the way he was.
Really?
Yeah.
We're
that's
super-
so
I'm
exciting. It's
an
been
optimist.
2 years
That's
of watching.
awesome.
This kid's arm was like magic. I mean, it was unbelievable.
It was impressive.
I mean,
he was a
he
good
had-
football player.
It was insane what this kid could do with a ball.
Awesome.
But
So have they
he's just
sched-
turned 19.
Have they scheduled it yet? Or?
Well, we're gonna have it. They're calling me the second to confirm a day. It's probably gonna be the second
Right.
week in
We're
January.
waiting for insurance approval.
So I'm so excited. The because usually the doctors, you know, they are surgeons. Like, well, you know, I can't really promise you anything, and blah blah blah.
No,
blah,
he
blah.
was-
And I expected that, and he was like, no. He said, I fully expect him to get
Nice.
really close to back where he was.
So can I have some pliers? I'll trade you these for pliers, please.
What are we doing now?
This, good question. This is the mast
Why?
aft.
Why?
So this is the reverse of this. This is the mast forward.
The reverse of this.
Right.
Mass for.
And this is something that when you guys first start sailing, Bill, I would recommend that you just leave.
Yeah, when you
And
start
never-
talking about inverting mass,
Yeah.
my eyes
Yeah.
started getting on that one.
So,
And I
Well, it
didn't
goes
even have
in
a cocktail.
between.
right, it goes in
In
between,
between the
two
green
pieces
ones.
of the vang.
The vang.
Right. And then this guy goes through here
And the-
and threads right in here.
And again, that's something that can stay attached, right?
Yep.
Okay,
This
so
is something.
all these three
Everything
can stay
we're
attached
doing
unless
here
you're trailering.
is exactly right. All these have to come loose just to trail. Actually, they don't. You could rethread all
that's
this
in
stuff
between.
every time you did
Oh.
that.
Who
wants
But
to
I
do
would think
that?
it's a whole lot easier
Oh,
to do what we
yeah.
just did right here.
For sure.
Now, one thing, Bill, to remember is
So
this
that's
is
on
a
the
small
bottom.
thing.
Yeah.
A small thing, but I put these nuts that I have on
In
here
between.
are on the starboard side.
Okay.
And that's to keep this flush.
Okay.
Because what happens is when I pull, when
I already know what
adjust
you're gonna say.
the jib halyard,
Yep.
I don't want these things
Catching
to
on
catch
there.
on there. I want them, when I ease this, I want this to just go up and not catch anything.
Got it.
That's why I've got these over here as spacers. Okay?
Doug, can you do me a favor?
Sure.
Just because the way my brain works, can you name 1, 2, 3? What are these? This is a
This
for
is the Vang secondary.
Vang?
This is the Vang primary.
primary.
And this is the downhaul. Why don't we just take a marker?
White, green,
You
orange.
want to do that?
Oh, you have a mark. I was
I
gonna
have
say.
a marker, and you could mark those any way that you think is logical. You could
Well,
go.
Okay.
we're just
you
gonna do
could
1,
go
2, 3.
one,
Well,
two,
but you don't.
Okay, so we're gonna say.
You gotta name 'em,
Vang
though.
1.
You could
I'm gonna
put-
say
yeah.
Vang 1,
Mhm.
Vang 2,
and then
forward.
mast aft. Aft.
Oh, aft.
Right.
Oh, that's right. The other one is forward.
Mast forward is labeled right
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
It's
no,
the red.
right. You're right. That's right.
Right.
Okay, so now we know.
So when you go
Vang.
sailing,
Mast back.
typically, when you go sailing, right here on this big black line that you see,
This black line.
Yeah.
He has one motorcycle.
Oh, they should be lined up. Look at.
Yeah.
Okay, the black line here and the black line here should be lined up when you go
Exactly.
sailing. Any kind of sailing, or just like Bill and Althea sailing?
Any kind of sailing. One in the same. One in the same.
This whole racing thing's a whole nother level. So.
Well, it's
Baby
sailing
steps.
with a purpose.
Baby steps. We just go
Okay,
out.
we're gonna line
Have
those
fun.
up.
Yeah, I'd say we're just gonna try
These
to
are
go
like
out, not hurt the boat or
Cheat
ourselves.
codes.
Hey, look, he's got them everywhere.
I know.
So I think that's pretty much it for. Why don't we let's push this over to the hoist.
To the hoist, okay.
We'll hoist it up, switch it
Oh,
over.
are we at that point?
Yes.
Okay.